Hello, 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 beloved souls. What's up? It is Woke Wednesdays. So this message is for those of you that resonate as light workers, shamans, witches, way showers, twin flames, crystals, indigos, all of us in the woo-woo community, right? The spiritually gifted, the spiritually odd, which makes us fucking fabulous. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, it was an intense weekend. That 2-2 portal that opened up over the weekend rocked my ass. Rocked my ass, rocked my ass, rocked my ass, rocked my ass. And because I'm an overachiever, right? It's like, oh, I'm not going to just do one activation during this portal. No, let me do like three. Let me do. There's not enough happening with all the solar flares and the Schumann resonance being up and all the light codes being downloaded to me. No, no, it's not enough. Add to it. Autumn, do some activations. Boom, you're the enlightened daughter, bitch. It's lit. Lit. I was like sitting there like, oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? Why did I do all of this? Big, big upgrades. Third eye, crown chakra, big upgrades. I mean, big, big upgrades. The divine masculines, especially with their crown chakra. Oh my God. Every time I connected into their energy this weekend, I would get a massive headache. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? What is happening? I know divine feminines, there was a lot of solar plexus clearings going on as well as throat chakra clearings. So it's just, listen, it's physical, it's spiritual, it's emotional, it's mental. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. This Mercury retrograde medicine of release is mixed with the Venus retrograde, which is having us really look at our relationships in a new light. Venus goes direct on the 29th, thank God. Mercury goes direct on the 3rd of February, thank God. And we're still under the full moon in Cancer, right? So we just shifted to Aquarius. There's a lot going on energetically. At Aquarius about what? Partnership, community, expansiveness, like um the greater good, right? So you have that greater good energy mixed with the nurturing, mothering energy of Cancer, which is also about self-love. Now, the beauty of that is in learning to love yourself and in having self-love, you are raising the vibration not only for yourself, but for the planet. So you are doing the greater good, because the more we love ourselves, the more we show up in the world confidently, with worth, with deservingness, and we give more, we do more, because we're just showing up in the world in our best and greatest versions of ourselves. So they are two sides of the same coin, but they're both really vital. It's really important that you pour into yourself so that you can pour into your tribe and vice versa. Okay? Beautiful energies. I mean, intense. Whoop my ass. Whoop my ass. Still not over it, but it's about, look, I fucking split the deck. What do I say? Awakening, right? Because it's not just about that. It's about, there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot of people coming online. There's a lot of people activating. There's a lot of healing going on within the collective, especially in regards to love and finance and beauty, right? Because it's the 6th year. We're under this Venus energy. It's big, big, big activations going on, right? Big highlights to love ourselves, love our tribe, love this planet, right? Love every aspect of yourselves. Understand that you're multidimensional, and to love every aspect of that, right? The duality of you, right? The parts of you that don't make sense, right? They all make sense. They're perfect. You're perfect in the eyes of the divine. Keeper of the earth. What did I say? When you love yourself, you pour into yourself, you're doing the work not just for you, you're raising the vibration of the planet. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. That is beautiful. Beautiful. So we got angels behind them. You got spirit animals behind them. You have just the elements behind them. This is such a beautiful energy of just knowing that you're always divinely guided and supported through each and everything that you do. The world is perfect, perfect, perfect. Sorry, my loves. My children are obnoxiously loud at times. Anyway, this is a reminder that you're here, right? My beautiful star seeds, light workers, shamans, witches, way showers, crystals, indigos, twin flames, divine masculines, divine feminines. You are here because you signed up for this. You signed up to come to this earth, to anchor in your beautiful energies, connect it with Gaia, and to help raise the vibration of the planet by being you, by being joyful. Yeah, there are some of us out here that are tapping into the energies of the universe, and we're trying to give people clear guidance and understanding and pour into you. But your task isn't to be a YouTuber that's pulling cards necessarily, right? Like your joy, whatever that means, your creativity, whatever that means, your gifts, whatever that means, it's why you're here. And that's something that you have to contribute to this world. And in you doing so, and in you fulfilling your purpose and finding your joy and doing something that makes you happy, you're doing the light work, right? It's not always about sitting in meditation and like playing with our freaking crystals and num. It's not always about that, right? It's about living in action. It's about moving around. It's about contributing. It's about feeling good. It's about being joyful. It's about living your best life. Live your best life. You feel good and you do the right thing, right? You're living from a space of the highest and greatest good. 555, I just saw. You're living from the space of the highest and greatest good. And in that, in your joy, in your pleasure, in your fulfillment of yourself, Lord, hold on. There's a reason for the interruptions, right? A big part, a big message that came in today, I think it was during the twin flame reading. It was during the twin flame reading. It was also a conversation with another light worker. Avoid the distractions, right? Don't get thrown off by the distractions. There are things that are going to come at you. There are things that are going to be happening that kind of shift you or that are meant to throw you, right? There's massive amount of light plasma energy that came to this beautiful planet. And as more light is coming in, we're a dual universe. So you know what that means? If there's more light, there's also more what? Dark, right? And these lower vibrational, darker energies are grasping at straws, right? Trying to hold on to the little bit of power and structure that they know, right? And so there are distractions coming up because the more that we step into our purpose, the more we step into our path, the more we're getting the message out and we're raising the vibration of the planet, the more those energies are losing their footing, right? And so you'll see conflicts and situations coming up within like twin flames, right? Third parties, things coming up to distract them, to keep them apart, because if they're together in union, that vibration is super duper high, right? You're seeing light workers like on path, on mission, and they're getting thrown off course. They're being shifted to new locations. Their traumas and triggers are coming up in massive ways, and we're not getting it. I know for me personally that as a light worker, empath, starseed, twin flame, fucking whatever, I know I'm like a first responder, spiritual, like a spiritual first responder. I know that like when things are coming towards the planet, that energetically I'll catch the emotions, I'll catch the energies, I'll catch all these shifts ahead of time and kind of go through it and deal with it and shift it and call in my team of light and my ancestors and be like, what the fuck is happening, as I try to transition and transmute through whatever is going through I'm going through at the time. And then after the dust settles, then I'll see it happening out in the collective, right? So during that time, I don't have time to be distracted, right? I don't have time to to do other shit because I gotta focus my energies on the task at hand so that I can better show up for other people that are about to get thrown into these energies while the distractions are around them, right? I know that there's a storm going on around me, but I'm in the center. I'm the eye of the storm, so I'm not getting thrown. Yeah, I might get lifted up and move somewhere else and might have to relocate and shift and whatever. That's cool. I lift and I move. I lift and I move. But at the end of the day, I'm still in the center of the storm. I'm not getting hit by the winds. I'm not getting thrown around. I don't feel off course. Wherever I'm at is where I'm meant to be. So whenever there's a storm that arises, like a freaking tornado, and my house might get shifted somewhere else, and I'm like, cool. Guess we're not in Kansas anymore, and that's cool. What magic is here before me, and that's cool because that's what it is. So many of you are going to be getting hit with things meant to distract you, things meant to throw you off course, things meant to cause you to doubt and to fear. Got to hold the line. All right. You're a keeper of the earth. Your task is bigger than the 3D bullshit going on around you. When you're feeling alone and you're scared and you're frustrated and things don't make sense, know that you're not, right? Call on your ancestors, call on your spirit guides. If you're, you resonated with a certain animal as a child, or you start seeing a certain animal showing up a lot in your life, like tap into that energy. They're contacting you for a reason. Butterflies, dolphins, eagles, freaking cats, like dogs. Like, what is it? What animal is showing up for you in this life? Are you seeing numbers being repeated? Right? Your ancestors, your guides, your angels are all trying to communicate with you, and they're literally always on deck. They're always on deck. There's never a point where they're not trying to reach out to us. It's a matter of whether or not we're tapped in and paying attention. I had a conversation earlier with Turquoise Majesty. Love her. Check her out. She's amazing. We do great work together. We're doing a whole tarot series. I can't even fucking speak English. We're doing a whole tarot series, and we're starting with the major arcana, so definitely check her out. It's either going to be on my channel or Turquoise Majesty. She's dope. But anyway, so we had this whole conversation about, what was I talking about? Our ancestors, right? And angels showing up and being tapped in. And the more I'm connecting with people, the more that I'm channeling energies from the angelic realm, the more I'm seeing how they're showing up for me in the physical realm, but I wasn't paying attention to it. For instance, I'm on the phone with someone the other day and they said something to me and I was just like, wow, like it was a comment that would have been miraculous. And I looked up and I saw the word miracle and I said, wow, you said that. And I just looked up and saw the word miracle. And he goes, wouldn't that be a miracle? And I said, that's exactly what that would be. That's exactly what that'd be. It would be a miracle. And that's why they showed me the word. I'm on the phone with Turquoise Majesty, and her and her grandmother are super close. They have a certain number between them. She's talking to me. I look up. I look at the bag in front of me that I see every single day. But now the numbers are there. And I said, oh, your grandma just came on the phone with us. She's in our conversation. Right? The angels and the ancestors are always reaching out. They're always reaching out. So the more you tap into those energies, the more you connect with them, the more they're reaching you. You're not alone. I joke all the time that it's mad crowded in here because I'm like, if you knew how many angels and ancestors and spirit guides you had around you at all times, you'd be like, damn. It's like a New York train, right? Like the freaking 456 line in the summer during rush hour. Mad crowded, mad funky, mad hot. That's what it's like. Oh, I did a lot for one card. Let's see what else we got going on. My beautiful, beautiful light workers. Way showers, shamans, witches, star seeds, twin flames, crystals, indigos, the woo woo crew. I love y'all. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Mm, mm. So for twin flames, this is a dual message for you. You may want to check out my twin flame reading if you did not already yesterday. It was pretty powerful. But this is a dual message, right? Who or what is triggering you? Your twin is definitely going to trigger you. But for the rest of you, as you're showing up in the world, what are you seeing? What is being reflected back to you? What is being projected onto you? What are the things that you're seeing? It's like twin flames when you know you're going to come into union. All of a sudden you start seeing all these couples in love, right? You start seeing all these movies. You start hearing all these songs. When I know I was about to move, I was seeing like 555 everywhere, 555. And I'm like, what the fuck is all these fives? I didn't have an understanding then of what it meant. I didn't know big changes were going to be happening. I didn't know I was going to be moving, right? Like certain things are showing up for you. Things are being reflected back to you. And you have to be able, especially for those of us in this woo-woo community, you have to be able to use discernment. As a light worker, it is imperative that you absorb nothing and observe everything, right? Observe, don't absorb. Observe, do not absorb. Do not take on the energies that you're seeing. Do not take on the energies of the collective. I'm not saying it's easy, because if you're a light worker, you're a fucking sponge and you're just out here just sucking stuff up and cleaning it up all at the same time. And then when you get home, you forget that you need to clean yourself out of these energies, right? So really pay attention, right? Pay attention to what you're seeing reflected back to you. Pay attention to conversations that may or may not trigger you. Pay attention to words or to feelings or to the people in your life that are coming back. Like, it's time for you to tune in and pay attention, because in that is where your healing lies. In that is where the lessons lie. 1441, I just saw it. In that is where the magic lies. Who is it? Who's in your circle right now? Who's in your tribe that's mirroring stuff back to you? Who are you seeing, like on YouTube or on TV, that's mirroring these things back to you? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? Don't question it. Don't doubt it. Just observe. What are you seeing? Not from a space of judgment. Just observe. What are you seeing? What are you seeing in your meditations? What are you seeing in your prayers? What are you seeing when you're out in the world? What are you seeing? And what does that tell you? Bottom of the deck, Lemuria. Turquoise Majesty's gonna lose her shit. She just did a reading about this on Sunday on Soul Food Sundays. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. This, my beautiful ones, is why you're here. This is why you're here. We are the bridge between heaven and earth. We are here to channel the heavenly energies down and to bring it to this planet. And we do so how? By releasing. That is what is help. This is what Mercury retrograde is all about. Releasing, 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 releasing. Letting go of what is no longer serving us so that we are free to really step forward into the light. Look at that. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It's time to let the past be where it was at in the past and move forward. It's time to free yourself from those heavy, dense energies so that you can be light enough to really shine, to flow, to be you, to show up in the world. So what are you releasing, right? What is triggering you? Who do you need to walk away from? This new version of you is going to cause you to lose people. It's going to cause you to lose parts of yourself that you were really, really comfortable with, that kind of helped define you, right? Like, how many of us have gone through traumas and pains and triggers and we feel like that's who we are, right? It's like that's who we are, not something that happened to us, but that's who we are. We allow them to define us. So you have to be willing, not have to, but I suggest that you're willing to look at what's being mirrored back in your life so that you can let the shit go and you can step into your power, so that you can float up high, so that you can do what you were called to do. All right? I'm going to pull a sacred destiny and then I'm going to wrap this up. Angels surround you. Say it all the time. Say it all the time. I confidently and fearlessly walk through this planet because I know that my team of light is with me and they do not play about me at all. Ooh, okay. It's a whole message. Stillness is what popped out, and solitude, bottom of the deck. So there's a need for you to be still, to be quiet, to go within, to start paying attention, to seeing the stuff that's triggering you, right? Go in and start looking at the stuff that's triggering you. Go within your space, get quiet, stop listening to the fucking opinions and judgments of other people that are trying to hold you down, right? That don't want to see you shine, that are looking at you and they're just not okay with it. It's really dense energy trying to hold you back, trying to keep you from. No, you can't do that. You might have to. I just said this journey. I just said this journey can be isolating, right? People don't understand what you're doing. So yeah, you're gonna be by yourself during parts. In the 3D world, it's gonna feel like you're alone. Let me correct myself. In the 3D world, it feels like you're alone, but you're never alone. It feels that way at times because you go through some shit when you're in a solitude and you're like, what the fuck? Like nobody understands me, but that's not true. It's not true. You're not alone. You're never alone. It's people like me, other light workers out here that are willing. On my freaking website, you can literally schedule a phone call with me and be like, Autumn, what the fuck? I am going through it. What is going on? Please help me get some understanding. I get it because when I was going through this, I was going through the dark night of the soul and I was awakening. I couldn't have these conversations with people. Nobody, listen, people were like, what is she talking about? Oh, you're losing it. You're going too far. And I was just like, I had to do what? Trust in the stillness. I had to go within. I had to learn to trust my own voice. I had to learn to trust in the download and information that I was getting from the heavens that didn't make sense in this world. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. I was raised Baptist Methodist. It doesn't make sense for me to love myself fully as a woman, to believe that God loves me fully as a woman, and to also love the fact that I enjoy sexual pleasure. I'm going to hell. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what you're saying doesn't make sense. God gave you sex and made it pleasurable so that we could create life and use this beautiful sexual energy force to heal and to create and to do all this dope shit. We all got here through an act of sex, and we're all spiritual beings. There's no separation. Why am I the only one that's seeing this? I'm like, 2 plus 2 equals fucking 4, dude. What don't y'all get? And everybody's looking at me like, oh no, maybe 3, maybe 5, 2.5. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. So I had to get still, open up my container for all the beautiful downloads that were coming in. I got isolated. I felt alone. I was by myself. But I was able to let go of all the shit that was holding me down and step forward into the light. I found my purpose in my being through my gifts, through my natural talents, just by being me and loving myself and being good to myself and showing up for myself. I was doing the work and I was able to tap in. And my ancestors and guys started being like, yo, we've always been here. We've always been here, bitch. Where you been? I'm a bridge between heaven and earth, and so are you. We are here to continue to be the bridge. It is time for heaven to come down. Listen, this 3D dense bullshit where it's like all about the money and being rude to people, that shit is old and that shit has got to go. It's not 2112. I just saw. I'm loving all these mirroring numbers. This shit's out the door. You know what I mean? Like darkness was put on notice. It's like, yo, you got like 3 days to kick rocks, homie, because we're not doing this down here no more. So yeah, it's gonna get a little intense before it lightens up, but that doesn't mean that you can't handle it, and it doesn't mean that you're not cut out for it, and it doesn't mean that you should just give up, because you're here for a fucking reason. You're dope. You're a divine feminine. You're a divine masculine. You're a light worker. You're a way shower. You're a star seed. You're multidimensional. You're a twin flame. You're an indigo. You're a crystal. You're a shaman. You're a witch. You're a healer. Whatever title you resonate with, you are a child of the Most High God. You are loved beyond measure, and you are completely perfect and in the right place at the right time. So go shine your gifts. Go share it with everyone. Go allow yourself to be unbound. Use the medicine of Mercury to help you release that in which is no longer serving you. Whether that's another person, a place, your career path, how you feel about yourself, whatever it is, it's time to let it go. Time to let it go. You deserve a happily ever after. You deserve joy. You deserve. Look, under that, don't dim to fit in. I'm done. I'm just going to leave the reading there. I'm done. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Y'all just showing off in the cards. Listen, I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Go to my website, theenlightendaughter.com. There's dope shit going on over there.